like you that we're feeling a certain way. Why are so many people feeling what they're feeling, and why is it worldwide? Why is it? Um, and I don't think that it can be easily dismissed. It's like going to a doctor and telling them, this is this is what I'm feeling, and it happened all of a sudden, and then the doctor totally dismissed it. Well, you're getting older, or well, it's just that time of year. Hello, Apple Brooks, honey. So that's what's in my mind. Why are you having the body aches that you're having? Why are you having the headaches, the migraines, the lethargy, all of this? And why is it globally occurring? Why do your children have migraines when they didn't have them? Why are you having uh, joint pains, neck pains, back pains? Why? It's not because, I promise you, it's like for me, for instance, the pains that I have in my knees, it's like, it's not because I woke up and all of a sudden I got old overnight. No. That's like saying, well, you are getting older overnight, or my back is hurting. Well, it's because you're getting older overnight, or maybe you done something to cause your back to ache. No. Maybe you did something to make your neck stiff. No. No. None of that, you all. You you cannot easily dismiss what's happening. Just dismiss it away as if it doesn't matter. It's all normal. It's not normal for your children to have massive migraines and you to have migraines. It's not normal to be having seizures. It's not normal for all these things. It's not normal for your back or your neck to be stiff when you wake up all of a sudden. And what really makes it not normal is that it's happening on a global scale. And there's no one common denominator. There really is not, you all. There's not a common denominator amongst the people, because you would have to look at each individual, all the types of food that they eat, the climate that they live in, the things they do during the day. You'd have to do a really good, deep analysis of each individual to easily dismiss it. You would have to look back at their history. Do you have a history of this? Does this run in your family and stuff like that? You would have to literally do a lot of background looking in order to easily dismiss that as well. It runs in your family. No, 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 no. Come on, you all. This is not right. It's not right. Hello there, Deb, honey. Yeah, that's right. Your neck, Deb, honey. Yes, that's right, you all. My neck thing has not went away. Um, the main thing I had, well, when it really had started happening, you all, let's talk about this. This is around a month ago. It's like you wake up all of a sudden. Whenever I did that video, are you feeling this? Are you feeling your stiffness of neck? That's when it all began, because I had documented it on the Facebook during a long. I done a live stream and I said I woke up, my neck is so hurting, it's so stiff, I can't turn it either way. And one person commented on a page, and then another person commented underneath mine. I thought, no, wait a minute. If I'm feeling it and they're feeling it, all of a sudden they wake up and they're feeling it. Yeah, it's like some of these. Let's talk about it like this. There's medicine you can take, and for whatever symptoms you have, and because you take that medicine, it causes terrible nightmares for you. That's one of the side effects. That sounds like a gateway drug. It really does. A gateway to the other dimension, to let in the demons in your mind to give you terrible nightmares, you all. This is way beyond. And CERN, I think even when they say CERN is shut down, I think it's not completely shut down. You don't shut down a whole entire facility, all these other units. You don't do that. You don't shut the whole entire anything like that down because one thing is getting revamped. You don't. You don't do that. It's like shutting down a whole entire grocery store, all the departments and everything, because you want to upgrade maybe a freezer section, or maybe you want to do the floor in some area, or maybe you want to shut down the whole entire outside of a shopping center because you want to blacktop that, and so everything has to go down. No. Mm-mm. Or maybe you or in a certain department isn't have enough people to operate. Well, you still got other people in the other departments, and they're still operating. Business goes on. Business goes on, you all. You woke up the past 2 mornings nauseous, and Michelle, that's you all. Are you reading the comments? Because if you're experiencing the same thing, this is much deeper than some realize. It's not just, oh, it's just how it is. No, 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 no. It's like the frequency in the air has changed, and it is affecting our bodies' frequency, our bodies, the way our bodies are made. It's affecting every single part of our bodies, and it's affecting people in different ways. And I don't understand how, like for me, I don't get migraines. I've never been prone to them. My mother has, my brother has been prone to them, but I've never have. I guess I lucked out. I had an aunt that was, but you all, we've got to look deeper. We got to quit dismissing it. I don't want to go to the doctor and the doctor tells me, Gina, honey, well, you are getting older, and that's just arthritis in your joints and your neck and your knees. And I would say overnight, I got arthritis, and I got to where I couldn't move my neck because I got arthritis overnight. No, no, you all. None of this kind of stuff. Oh, I'm just so nauseous. Let me read that comment again. You woke up feeling nauseous. Where's this at? I want to see it, you all. I really do want to see the one about the nauseousness. Um, um, there's a lot of comments. Let me tell you what chemo did. When I took chemo, and other people who went in there and did chemo back in like 2005, you go in there and you sit in there with that thing in your arm, and you have that poison pumped into your body. And as a result, you get nauseous, vomiting and throwing up. You've got this terrible thing doing that. And it takes a psychological effect on you too. It's like me, whenever I would even come near the building, I didn't want to go. Automatically, I got nauseous. Um, Radiation. I'm wondering, I didn't do radiation, you all. I didn't. Um, I don't know how it happens with radiation, but I can tell you a lot of women and men and people who've done chemo, it's horrible. It is horrible. It's poison in your body. You had a skin disorder about 2 years now, and no, it came out of nowhere. And you can see in the ether is definitely changed. That's right. Um, and truth be known, there's a lot of people who have probably something like what you have, and let's just say they do, and they don't know what's happened, and it came out of nowhere just like that. Applebrooks, honey, and Deb, you doing it? Yeah, that's right. Deb, honey, don't. It's because you know what? I think at this point in the game, and it is a game to whatever is doing this to the frequency. We just gotta make do. You don't want to make yourself more miserable, cause even more damage to your body because it causes more side effects. Um, you have to use your mind over matter, use your thoughts, do the healing in any parts of your body. Jesus is the king. Well, you know what? That's not as easy as you say. Okay, you can't just say to the person who does come down with an illness, like a terminal illness. Okay, I came down. Let me just say that one thing right there. I'm going to use your comment as a to validate what happened to me, and someone else may be able to say, okay, I'm going to use your comment. Don't think nothing of it. Don't think nothing of it. But I have a experience that is firsthand, changing your thoughts and healing. Jesus, okay. So I came down with cancer. I had breast cancer in the left breast. Okay, I did. And it was a inductive basal carcinoma or something, and it was a fast growing, and it was estrogen positive or something like that. So I decided, okay, you go ahead and you do that. You do whatever you got to do. And I had the surgeries, and I remember, this is what I remember. Now I'm coming back to your comment. Please don't think nothing of it. I was sitting in here at my table back in 2005, or yeah, around 2005, early 2006. Bandages all over my body, just in the hospital. I was still homeschooling my children. My children were small, well, they're teenagers. My son's sitting in the living room. I have this individual comes up, and I knew him from childhood and stuff. He grew up in church. He wanted to know how I was doing. He comes into the house. He, church, Gina? I said, yeah. I said, we go up here at the church up the road. Yeah, I went up there, and all they do is drink and whatever. He goes, you know what? The reason you got the cancer is because you didn't come to the church and have the preacher and the people lay hands on you and heal your body. That's why you got it. That's why you got it. Because the Bible said the prayers of a righteous man prevaileth much. That's how he was telling me. And I'm literally, I just came out of the hospital. I've got bandages all over me. My son's sitting there, and this man is literally saying, that's the reason I got it. That's the reason I got it. And the reason I didn't get healed is because of that. And I said, you know what? You have literally stood there and you condemned the people at that church up there who every single day brought meals over for my family. Every single day when I could not cook. They were very loving. The outflow of compassion, I'll never forget it. It was life-changing. Life-changing. We had just moved here. And they did. Every single day, people came over. All right, they did. I said, you have condemned these people who have shown me nothing but love. And now you're telling me because I didn't go and get prayers for. I said, you know what? The preacher from that church came into the hospital along with my family. We all held hands and they prayed with me right before then. And I went in there. I knew this was coming to begin with. I knew it, you all. I knew in my spirit before I even went to that doctor. And they told me, you have cancer. I knew something major was coming. And I thought, you know, it's well with my soul. It's okay. I've got this because God's got me. I can do this. I knew it was coming way before then. You know that when you know when something's coming your way, you know it. That's what he told me. And he kept going on and on. I said, and I said, oh, and by the way, my brother, who was way up there in Virginia, he called me on the phone. Gina, has anybody been there to the house to pray for you or something like that? He goes, because I feel led within my spirit. I want to come down here and I want to pray with you, Gina. He drove all through the night, came down there. We walked around my pond, and my brother laid hands on me and he prayed for me. Okay, I wasn't expecting a healing. You know, the most important thing to me is my spirit on the inside. That's what needed the healing. That's what needed the strength to face the thing that I went through. Came all the way down there. I said, and I'm sitting there thinking, you know, my brother, I told this man, my brother drove all the way from Virginia, came here just to pray for me and encourage me. And now you're saying because I didn't go to the church and they didn't lay the hands on me in the physical building, that's why I got it. That's why I had this. So I had to tell him, I said, you know what? You need to leave my house right now. I want you to leave because he's making me upset. I hadn't even been out of the hospital one day. And don't take anything by that comment, not even one day. And my son was sitting there, and you're sitting here, you're speaking down to me, a woman, and you're a man, as if I am beneath you. Of course, I didn't say that. I'm thinking that in my mind. I told him to get out. Get out of my house right now. I said, I mean it. You need to leave. He left, and my son said, Mom, if you did not tell him to leave, if he did not get out, I would have thrown him out. My son was like 14. So, yeah. So, no. Sometimes our bodies don't get healed. Sometimes what we for is not what's going to happen. The most perfect outcome. No, we go through trials in our lives, you all. It cannot easily be dismissed like that. And I'm sorry I got off on sidetrack, but yeah, it made me stronger. And you know what? Going through it, um, I was fine, perfectly fine. I did not have the extreme nauseousness that some other women had. Didn't have any of that. But that's okay. I was reflecting on my life, and if I was to die that day, or if I was to die, it was okay. It was okay because my spirit would move on to the other realm. I would live on. This body, that's fine, but I'm not dead, because you know why? I have stuff to do. I have stuff to do. It's not over yet. It's not over yet for you all either, no matter what comes against your body. It's not over yet. And we're much stronger than we were before. I can guarantee you I'm much stronger right there. Just like a lot of you right there, it has made us stronger, what we have been through. You know, you don't go through major trials in your life and make it through there uh, just because you're weak. No, you're strong. You're strong. It's like learning as you go. As a child grows up, they learn more and more, and they're able to do more and more and more. All of that, you all. I'm sorry I've got off on that. I am. You're also welcome. So yeah, we didn't just wake up overnight and go grow old. It's not normal for your children to have migraines. It's not normal for you to wake up all nauseous and stuff. I tell you what it sounds like, 5G. And also it sounds like the frequency, the frequency in the air it's all messed up. It's all messed up. It is, you all. And it's okay. It's all right. And we got this. We got this. We're aware of what's happening. And, you know, you can look into things you can do to, you know, alleviate what you have, and a positive attitude, keeping your vibration high is really very, very important, because you don't want to go downward spiraling no matter what's going on. You don't want to go into a downward spiral. Um, yes, vitamin A and all of that kind of stuff, you all. Yes, Deb, honey, my sky is white. It's white today. Let's look at this. It had some blue in it, but they had a lot of white coming in it. And it's okay, you all. It's okay if I can't get down on my knees like I used to the night before and just sit from a sitting position and use my knees to lift myself up without having to rearrange my body, using my other knees to hold on to something to get up. It's okay. It's all right. I will improvise. Improvise. I'm not going to give up. I'm not. I don't want you all to give up either. I don't. And you don't want to give up. It's good to know that, you know, we have each other, that other people are going through the same things, and we got to encourage each other. We really do. Susan B. Honey, you so welcome. You really are. Um, and it is important. Your thoughts do matter, what you're thinking up here, okay? You know, I can't best things with my thoughts. There may be some gifted people in this world who literally can manifest something, and it will appear right in front of their eyes, and they'll always have the ideal situation in their life. I'm sure there might be a few. It's few and far between, you all. We don't live in that type of world. We'd have to be living in a really perfect utopian-like society for that to happen, you all. We would. Um, all of that. And as for these med beds, I've never even looked into them and stuff. Yeah, it would be nice to have something like that. But then would there be a criteria on who's able to use them? Because I think that would be right. I don't. It should be available to everyone if there are, not just a select few. No, it should be everyone who needs them, because I know they got technology They can change the frequency in the air. And I think there was something about the frequency in the music, how it had changed. Um, and you know, there's something about wind chimes. There are the certain frequency in the wind chimes that's supposed to be healing for our bodies. Not just the wind chimes, but you know, certain sounds, frequencies, our cells can heal from it. There are people who do have that gift of healing um, just in their voice. Um, that energy, they could be hundreds of miles away. Because I have a friend who lives way down the road in another part of this area. She heard about this woman um, who had the gift of healing, and she called her on the phone. Her husband did, because she was in a very woman said whatever over the phone. She literally could feel the change in her body, and her body was healed. That was long distance. There are people, and there's probably some watching this, who do have that ability within them to just speak it. Just speak it. Uh, yeah. You've been having stomach pain for a few months now. Oh no. Um, yeah. There's probably a lot of other people, and you know that was something else. Was that from the radiation? It can cause issues with your bowels and stuff like that, your stomach pain and stuff. Well, yeah, yeah. And how do you alleviate migraines when you get them? How do you? How do you manage? I remember growing up, my mother would have a bad migraine, or my aunt. Their head is their how do you function like that um, when you have to live with that your whole entire life, even children? Um, I don't know if I could handle that. I really don't. I don't know if I could. If you haven't been through those migraines and stuff, um, then you really truly would not be able to tell or feel what that person is feeling. Deb, honey, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for everyone on here who gets migraines. And I am so sorry. I really am. I'm so sorry your children are getting migraines too, and I am. And I hope that one day all of this stuff that's causing this will be completely gone. I just wish one day it just like boom, all gone like that. Your little girl, mm, yeah, it makes you feel powerless. It does. Because as a parent, you want to protect your children. You want to do everything within your power, you know, to make sure they're feeling comfortable and no pain. Nobody wants to see their child in pain like that, you all. I'd rather it be me than my child. I would. And I know a lot of you all are like that too. If you could just trade places. Um, yeah. Alpha and drop a dash in a hot tub. That's wonderful, Deb. Fasting, yes, fasting is good. And it does. I've noticed when I go without food, like the majority of the day, I have more energy. But it depends on what I eat. If I eat like leafy vegetables and stuff, like salad leaves and stuff, natural, um, I have more energy. But the moment I start eating something that is like, oh, what, I don't know what type of food, or like a processed food or something, it like, it takes my energy out of my body, and I don't have as much energy. In months, I don't eat much at all. I eat as light as I can. Look at this air up here. Um, so if you're just tuning in, I can't remember the exact title of this video. I can't, but why are we feeling what we're feeling, and why um, worldwide? Why is it global? How can a person wake up all of a sudden and their neck is stiff. They can hardly turn their neck, raise their neck. I remember reading one comment. This one lady said she had to lay on her bed and lean her head back and let her neck kind of move like that. Um, it's hard. Even if you have a stiff neck, if you go try to get up from a laying position, oh, it's just like it goes all the way down your back. And it takes all the strength within you. You have to literally push your body up because it hurts so bad. It does, to move yourself up like that. Why are so many people feeling the way that they're feeling? Um, I think there is like a frequency change that occurred. I do. And you can, the atmosphere is different too. It is. And animals, why are the animals feeling the way that they're feeling also? Um, Feeling a little, maybe unsettled. Maybe they're in pain and yet they can't speak. Can. The animals can't. But you know that when your animal is not feeling or behaving like its normal self because something is off within their body. Yeah, something is off in their body. Um, you put some egg and ham and pepper jack cheese on omelets. You had your thyroid completely removed because of cancer, and the doctor said you would die without them, and your body couldn't handle it. But my job here is not finished. That's right, Stacy. It's not. It's not finished yet. It's not. It's not. It's not over yet for a lot of people, and we can't give up. We can't. I'm not going to give up. I'm not. I hear something in the air. Oh, we got these planes. Our sky is white. I'm trying to see if you can get what I'm seeing. That's what the sky looks like, just like this. Sounds like I hear a plane over there or a helicopter. Could be a great big semi. It's a semi pulling grain out of the silos. Gina, you have had the last few days pain. Yeah, a lot of people, if you're just new to hearing this type of a topic on here, we do have, I didn't put this in no thing. When I do it on the cell phone, I won't put it in a playlist. There is a playlist, Are You Feeling It? Or You Feel It? Like that, and it's on different things. Your cat has been climbing up on everything this past week, and even things he normally, wow. Has anyone else noticed their animals climbing and stuff? Um, yeah. Your animals are climbing and things. You're feeling anxious and paranoid. Something is about to break. Um, yeah. Whoopsie. Yeah. Something like that. Your dog has no appetite. D gets, I've heard that too. They think that they can obtain morality, but at what cost? What cost? Um, what will it cost them? Will it cost them their soul? Will they have to give up their autonomy and all that kind of stuff just to live a life of immortality? Oh, a good day to dance, Deb, honey. If our bodies could dance. Um, it's hard for me to dance when I'm not feeling it within my spirit to dance. It is. It's like it's not there. Yeah, that's right, you are. Son and hubby had never had neck pain, and they've been complaining of that lately. Yeah, and I'm sure they didn't do something to cause it, you all. And there really could be, if they've opened up portals, CERN, um, and allowed interdimensional beings, pan-dimensional beings, and stuff like that to come through. They can come through in your dream state, is what they can do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The birds are fighting. Oh, wow. Yeah. So, I probably will hop off of here, you all. I just wanted to come on here. No, it's what you're feeling is not because you're getting older. If you're like my age, you don't get old overnight. You don't, all of a sudden, you don't wake up, your joints are hurting, your back's hurting, your neck's hurting, uh, and it's happening worldwide. And it's easily dismissed as you're getting older or you did something. No, no, you have to dig deeper than that in order to dismiss it like that. You would. You're also very welcome. I am going to go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love. You have a wonderful rest of your day, you all, and stay strong on the inside right here. We just got to keep pressing on, okay? Because it's not over yet. It's not. Love you.